Hello, good evening, everybody. It's Raf, tecnica.antica.com. And today I want to talk a bit about legato singing and also singing on the air. I mean, these are concepts that we hear everywhere. We listen to them. Sorry, everywhere, every time. From so many people, but I do not think that people in general like sort of explain very well what it is to sing on the air. For example, yeah, sul fiato and legato, like not breaking. Yeah, but that's what it means in Italian anyway. So sorry, I'm a bit tired. Just came back from a trip. But anyway, I think it will do. I remember back in the day studying with James McRae that there was an exercise that really put me to the test. Because it was sort of isolating just parts of my throat, if you may, my larynx that I had not used in such a way beforehand, and these might happen to you. In fact, I oftentimes get messages from students that which they tell me, is it are these side effects gonna go away because I feel a bit dodgy when I do this, and the answer is yes. As you develop, as in this case the arytenoids responsible for bringing the chords together develop, these sort of side effects go away. But the great help of the exercise I'm about to explain is that eventually you feel really that, number one, you're singing on the air, so it's actually the body taking sort of the load of what's happening in your larynx, if that makes any sense to you. And second of all, it's an exercise that is legato, is like not breaking the line. Then the ugly or it's ugly or nasty sound we produce, we can modulate it and actually create a proper legit sound that we will use in singing in our repertoire. Okay, so in order to do that, I once came across somebody that talked about several melocchi positions, and spoke like that melocchi's number one position that you can see oftentimes with Maria del Monaco is like this sort of a lion face. It's like biting an apple. In this case, we want to adopt that, because this exercise is not about lowering the larynx. It's not about affondare. It is about actually connecting the air, right, and making the folds vibrate through and through. So at the time we developed that sort of muscle memory, we actually were working on coordination. And the exercise goes as follows. We will start low, yeah, and it's this tritone. It sounds really eerie, yeah. So the sound that is going to come is not particularly who could I say, nice or appealing, right? But we're gonna go through it. Okay, so it should feel as if obviously the sound is produced right here, which doesn't mean that it's ingolato, but we should feel it sort of rolling around the tongue, okay? And it's a very easy way to one of the easiest giveaways that you are not doing it right is if you start to really press very much with the muscles of your larynx, and then you squeeze. Then you're gonna create so much tension that the sound is gonna become really constricted. We don't want that. We want a nasty sound, but that is sustained by air and thus can carry. Okay, so it will be something like this. Yeah. So from low C we go like this. not that long, but it's just to show you that because I am leaning on the air, I could be sustaining this note like, I wouldn't say forever, but for a very long time, okay? And I just continue semitone, on semitone by semitones, I go on, yeah? La. Again, it's not about sustaining as long as that, the exercise basically should be la. Yeah, and again, the trick here is not to freak out, so to speak, because your voice is going to start to do funky things if you've never done this. But just not to move, as I've said in several videos. Don't move. Just stay there. It's not going to harm you. Okay. Now, when we approach, at least for tenors and then baritones, they should be like a third lower. And sopranos and female voices, this is gonna be 8 notes lower, so to speak, because that's when your mixed voice is gonna kick in. We're gonna change ever so slightly the vowel. So we're gonna go, usually I start on B. So I would go from A to E, but that E would be E, right? Something like this. Okay, so here. Now, I know it's a fixed sound, but let me explain afterwards how you can make the transition between this sensation into a legit sound. Yeah, so we modify that A into an E. Yeah, here we go the same. Okay, and around D, so to go to E, right? We directly can go either le E, yeah, or we can just go directly into E. Le. And that's when you're gonna feel, oh my God, I'm constricting, I'm pushing. Well, the answer to all this is do not squeeze. Allow the body, allow the air to move those folds. All right, so I'll repeat here. And you're gonna feel it. For example, today that I'm tired, I'm feeling it. Yeah, that, oh man, there is something going on here. My body does not want to coordinate properly. Okay. And after that, what I will go is I would open that sound to go to an open F. So it would be something like this. You see the difference is that compression, that narrow vowel, is gonna become this open sound, and sorry, that's what would really want you want to happen. That this F is an open F that is effortless, but it is on the air. That's why it's effortless, right? So you're not pushing, you're not screaming, you're not yelling. Okay, of course, this is not the nicest sound you're gonna produce, but yet again, it is a sound that is useful. Okay. Beware that your voice, if this is the first time you do this exercise, it might go all over the place. One of the common mistakes is to go, I don't know, here, on F, and you're grunting, and then thus you're really squeezing. No, that's not the purpose. Yeah, so you can take it to, I don't know, F sharp. Okay, it's like this open right? Is not the most pleasant sound, but again, it's going to build both your stamina and your coordination. And now, why? What would be the purpose of this exercise? That if I'm making this nasty sound, for example, in my middle voice, which actually for tenors this is extremely important because so many roles rely on that middle voice, and if you do not properly support or sing on the air in that middle voice, everything is gonna go to hell. Imagine that I'm going for a mortivieta and I just go yeah, from here this is the thing. It's exactly the same element, but I'm obviously creating the space. I mean, enlarging the entire vocal track to transition from this very narrow sound into a proper legit sound. You know, so this I'm on the air, and here I'm also on the air. Okay, so play with that. So it's this element. I think once upon a time I did a video on vocal fry and stuff. This is more or less the same thing. Okay, and of course a parallel exercise with this, with the is that thing, is that simple. So the simplicity and the gentleness, really gentleness of this, you know, folds coming together, and then with the help, or actually, you know, the action of the air making those folds vibrate, you are going to build up long legato lines, and it's going to help you. Now I have some tenor preparing Don Ottavio, and obviously has this amazing, you know, very long sustained phrases. So all right, it's going to help you build long legato phrases. So again, use it, do not abuse it, and do not squeeze, for the love of God. Do not squeeze, okay? If anything, send the sound down, yeah, down your bottom teeth all the way to your body, right? That's where the power is. It's not here, all right? Okay, so that's all for today. I will edit a few things here and there, and possibly publish it today. I hope you're having a good summertime, okay? And that is not extremely warm, and if it's warm, you are, you know, you're going to the beach and you're having fun. I just came from the Netherlands, and oh my God, it was like raining and the whole shebang. So I'm a bit under the weather. Nice to see you all virtually. Once again, if you like the content, like, subscribe, you know, switch the bell on. If you don't like it, please just do not watch this, you know, cover your ears, you know, block it. I don't know how you do those things. And if you need help, you know where to find me. All right, have a good one. See you soon. Bye.